and other names that will come up or you have in mind, who will you go for?
Strategically, I want to play that card very close to my chest until further notice.
Oh, I thought you said you tell us after the break.
Strategically,
okay.
I have to play that card very close to my chest until further notice. I am my beckham. Don't worry.
You say it here.
I'll come here.
As to who you will vote for come December 7th.
When I'm ready, guys, I'll tell you, Bola.
Yes.
I'm ready.
You're ready.
Invite me if you want me to, or even call me by phone. I'll tell you.
Okay.
But strategically for now, I'm holding on. Do you know why?
No.
Because, I know how the media loves selective attention.
Okay. There
are so many things I've said here today. And I want people to think about that. Whether they agree with me or not, it's okay.
It's okay.
But once I mention a name,
but as of today, you know who you'll be voting for come December 7th. As you sit here, at least you know.
Yes, I do.
You do?
Yeah. Except I'll play that card close to my chest.
We respect that. We respect that.
Thank you very much.
Let's get into this. And we received messages as well. We have this one from Mami Osiakwan. Mami Osiakwan says that, Bola, can you ask him what he makes of the anti-gay bill?
Oh my goodness.
As a piece of legislation. What do you make of it? That's from Mami Osiakwan.
I think it's very harsh. But let me also quickly preface that to say that I haven't read the bill.
Okay.
Everything I know about the bill is things I've heard. And sometimes how you hear things and they are not the most accurate. And
so as it stands and what you've heard, you feel that it's so harsh.
I think
you don't want the president to assent to it.
From what I hear now, if that's what it is, then let's slow down a bit before he assents to it. Yeah.
What have you heard?
What I've heard, and it could be very ridiculous, that even if you suspect that somebody is gay, based on that suspicion, the person can be investigated and imprisoned. A lot of these are true. What I've heard is that even close family members could, all these things, and I don't know.
Okay.
They say I tell some.
Do you believe that it is right for us to maybe pause a bit, do some sensitization, let the masses get to know what is in there, do some public education, and then if we want to assent to it or understand, like you were saying, if it's what you are hearing, then you believe that it shouldn't be passed?
Then I think it's too harsh. If what I'm hearing is true, then it's too harsh. Because I really, really, and maybe this is just by the way, but maybe because all the way in school, I went to the school with homosexuals.
Oh, you went to school with homosexuals?
Oh yeah,
boys' school.
I'm talking about
university.
My graduate.
Oh, you had a homosexual as a roommate or in the school and
my classmates. I never had a roommate though, but my classmates, my group for life, they were all, and these were decent people. What they were doing in their privacy, but they are decent people. I don't want So, unfortunately for me, that's how I was hanging out in New York when I was,
Oh, you were hanging out with homosexuals and they were decent people. They have nothing to.
They don't try me.
Okay.
Because I am not.
You're straight.
Oh yeah, I hope so. No, I'm straight, and I'm straight.
Okay.
But I met them first. I was a little bit standoffish, But when you go to classes with them, go to school, I think I might probably have had a roommate or two. So for me, my relationship was very, very different.
People are saying that culturally it's just not right, religion-wise and all of that. You're a son of a preacher. You tolerated, homosexuals. You were with them and you said that it is okay. We shouldn't pass the anti-gay bill as it stands now. Yeah.
Don't tell me you want to come and sleep with me.
Okay.
If you want to do it,
go and do it. Yeah. You have no problem with them doing it with other people or anything.
If that's so as adults they've chosen, that's their business.
Really?
Yeah, I won't judge them. So long as they also understand that they can't bring that to me, then I'm cool. But I'm not going to call and say this person I suspect is one.
You think that as it stands now, that is where we are as a people are thinking, how we approach it, and you feel that there's clear and present danger?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of hypocrisy too. I know. Maybe I shouldn't say this.
Say it, KSM. It's your day. Go ahead.
I know married couples not like different situations.
Okay.
Where a married man is a husband at home, sleeps with the wife, and even has children.
Right. And he's still sleeping there, but the man has a married man doing that.
Yes. I guess in those cases, that I don't know whether. Well, I don't think I can use that word on radio. You know, but I know how men have side chicks.
Yes.
If it's a man, what is it? A side what? It runs with chick, but it's not a chick.
Wow. So men who are married have side boys too.
It happens. It happens. And women who are married
have,
who are with their husbands nicely also have some
girls outside.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it happens.
So you think that they shouldn't be persecuted or persecuted?
Let's not be so hypocritical about this. They say this can never happen in Africa. Hey, where are Africans from? Mars? You know? So maybe say this will not be tolerated in Africa, but don't pretend that there's something that doesn't even exist in our continent.
People are saying it's alien to our culture. It's just not. You don't agree? I've heard a professor, Professor Gajepo, Audrey Gajepo says that it's even part is there. They're historical, you know, antecedents or maybe things that you can say that it dates back. It's part of us as a people. I'm yet to read the full paper though. But you also believe that it's not something that is not far away from us.
Oh no.
Really?
It's not that far away from us at all.
Wow.
It's not that far away from us. I'm being real, man. I have. Or should I say, I had a white friend, you know, he is very, 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 and he was homosexual.
Right.
And the sad things he was telling me about his homosexual friends he had at the university was just mind-boggling. This is KSM, you don't know.
Yeah.
Do you know what is going on at the university? That's why he told me that here.
University's here.
Yes.
In Ghana.
In Ghana.
Whoa.
He told me that his homosexual relationships are in the university.
And the universities.
Yes.
So it means that it's happening here in Ghana. So that's why you're saying we shouldn't be hypocritical.
Let's not be hypocritical and say, we haven't seen that before. No. I mean, fine.
Right.
If it's something that we want to discourage, let's find ways of discouraging it. But let's not pretend that it has never happened before and it's so un-African and things like that. You know. So that's all. That's my.
All right. So the president has given the strongest indication. I mean, he says that look, the cases at the Supreme Court seeking to contest the constitutionality of the bill, and you know, is made the right call on the matter and all of that. You've made your position, whether you disagree with the decision or not. But one of the threats from donor partners to curtail economic support because of the passage of the anti-gay bill, where does that leave us?
That is so absolutely ridiculous. Okay? It is not because we depend on you for money for you to dictate and encroach upon the sovereignty of any nation. You know. But in the long run, that comes as a lesson to us Africans that the begging bowl is over.
Like national pride, economic independence and all of that.
Did you hear Minister of Finance when there was speculation that we're going to IMF? No, Ghana is a proud country. We will never do that. We are a proud nation. We are not going back to the IMF. Where are we now? You know, and the president talk about we need a Ghana beyond aid. Fantastic. But he says that while he's on his private jet, them to go and borrow money. So are we? That's what I was saying in the beginning. Are we serious as a people? It looks like the whole nation suffers from cognitive dissonance. You know?
KSM.
Yes, sir.
Yesterday, per the plan of work, we should have commissioned the National Cathedral. Are you surprised about how the project has planned out? What is your take on it?
Not at all.
Do we need a cathedral?
Not at all.
Son of a preacher, we don't need a place to worship God. KSM.
We have places to worship God. And the number one place to worship God, by the way, is in your heart. You know, God does not judge based on who has the biggest cathedral. And I think I heard Kenneth Rata saying that if we build the cathedral, it will be imputed to us as faithfulness or having faith in God. What? You see, the last thing I want to say here is that we have made God a petty God. Sadly, the God that we serve, or most people serve, is not the God I serve. The God I serve is not petty. What do I mean by a petty God? A petty God is the one who will sit down and say, but why are you people worshiping on Saturday? It should be Sunday. Oh no, it should be Sunday, Tuesday, or be Friday. You know, these pettiness are the wisdom of
so you can worship God any day. Don't put
heart.
A day out there. So well, Sundays are for or Saturdays. Oh,
God doesn't care about these things. God doesn't give two hoots about what day you choose to worship. Just be righteous in your heart. Serve your fellow human being. The best way to serve God is service to humanity. End of discussion. You know, everything else is just like something that people say, you know.
So you believe that right from the word go, the cathedral.
So unnecessary with capital U. So unnecessary to say, yeah, when Ghana has now been able to export its own gold and we have all these big things, there's a Dubai, it's like in Johannesburg, we have trade. Then great, let's go build some cathedral if you want. It's a luxury thing.
Many say, let God bless us as a country. He will see us as...
It is FALSC, false. Yes. And this is the only thing I'm willing to debate any man of God on. That God will give you extra blessing because you build the cathedral. No, God will bless you because you are now building hospitals to save mothers from lying on the floor when they are giving birth. That's when God blesses you. You know what I'm saying? God will bless you because you are now taking care of starving children who are going to sleep without food. That would be, you are giving it to them. That's when God will bless you. But this whole notion of God will bless you because you have built the cathedral
house of worship,
that was hundreds of millions of dollars. And the Ghanaians are, they're proving that we love God. I'm sorry. You know.
So what should we do with the project, KSM? Abandon it, find another use for the land, complete it?
Or find another use for it. There are so many things we can do with that land. That will, quote and unquote, please God, since we are all about pleasing God, you know. So there's so many things else. But building a cathedral.
What do you make of the recent reshuffle? The president just did that. You've been following politics and all of that. Do you think it's a fresh one?
I have to be very honest and say I've stopped even following politics that closely.
Oh, you don't?
No, I've given up yet. You know, I think that
Minister, well, it's much of something fresh off the pan. It's great. It's something that.
Yeah, that's okay for those who believe that. I mean, I have no problem.
You think that it would not
believe it? You know, I think the fundamental issues that we are confronted with in Africa has very, very little to do with playing musical chairs with politics and everything. You know, it has to go back to the grassroots. I'm talking about putting the right people at the right places, making them work. Do you know what I want to see for vetting? If I'm being vetted, for example, for the transport ministry, I come and do a PowerPoint presentation to the parliament. This is what I see. This is that, and give myself timelines that I want to adhere to. You know, I want to see that level of commitment from that level. You know, but not come and sit down and talk about what would you do when you do this, Mr. Chairman, what do you do? It's like a sitcom.
Wow.
I kid you not.
You describe that as a sitcom?
It's a sitcom.
Yes.
Sitcom.
Wow. And my producers are urging us to activate the phone lines. Well, we'll see. We can pick up some calls though. 055 288 0216. That's 055. Yes, you would have to 055 288 0216. You can give us a call. Quickly, City Misa KSM is right here in our studios. Well, we'll come through and Sel from Hachu wants to know from you, has free SHS proven to be a successful project, KSM?
I think
your thoughts on that. Yes,
free SHS has proved that it could potentially be very successful. You know, I think unfortunately it was rushed, and a little more time taken to implement it would have set it better. That's all I say. But the idea is good. I mean, it's in the constitution that eventually you should have free education, you know. I think it was rushed.
You think free SHS was rushed?
I think it was rushed. And if we had taken a little more time, it would have been much, much better than we have now. That's all I'll say.
Okay.